Hi again everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Now I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to feel a little bit like a storm chaser as I try to track and follow the current Exela Technologies short squeeze play. So I hope you are liking these updates. Anyway, like the update I released yesterday, I am doing this video purely to give a brief technical analysis of the updated situation of the potential short squeeze with Exela Technologies. If you want the more in-depth coverage, I will link my video from 2 days ago, which analyzes the short squeeze situation in much more depth. That will be in the video description. Anyway, from the outset, I think that despite yesterday being a slightly negative trading day for Exela Technologies, I don't think much has actually changed for the short squeeze play. It is still just as alive as it was yesterday, and I'm going to show you why I believe this. So let's get into it. To start with, here is a chart that has the boxes we have drawn over the last 2 video updates that capture distressed short positions, aka short positions which are being held in unprofitable positions by those who hold them. The majority of the distressed positions would be in the red and grey boxes. However, the yellow box may still have some short sellers caught up in the stock. Now, as we saw in our update yesterday, Wednesday's trade saw a trimming of the red and yellow boxes, which used to look a little bit more like this. Now, as we can see with Thursday's trade, other than a spike up and back down at the open, Exela Technologies had a fairly flat day, which may have allowed a few extra intraday short positions to catch out, but for the existing positions before Thursday's trade, there was not much of an opportunity for a profitable exit from their historically distressed positions. With this next chart, I've zoomed in and added both the volume of trade and the volume weighted average price, or VWAP, onto the chart. And for those that don't know, I trade from Australia, so my trading dates and times are a little bit muddled up, but basically this is the start of the Thursday session for me. Looking at the volume first, yesterday's trade was a very low volume day based on historical performance. When you consider that the price did remain fairly flat throughout the day, I think we get the story of a market nervous with anticipation, that anticipation being what Monday's June results will look like for the company. As we've said before, these results potentially could really drive up the stock price, especially when given the current high short interest. But that is a story to be finished after market on Monday the 9th of August. As for the VWAP, this light blue line here, I think it's interesting that for the majority of the day, the price candlesticks hung below this mark, meaning any new short positions made that day will have most likely come at the lower end of the price action. Given the flat trading, I have added a line through the ending VWAP price level, as I think this captures short trades that would have likely not been able to exit positions taken up on the day. Keep in mind it was a low volume day of trade, but still 40% of all trading was shorts trades yesterday. The line also potentially captures some earlier shorts trades action that may be caught out as neutral or distressed. So zooming in a little bit more, to capture all that, I've drawn a blue rectangle. This rectangle contains most of yesterday's trade activity and a lot of Wednesday's trade activity. So any upward movement in price on Friday will put pressure on shorts trades that occurred during these windows. Or even if there is a relatively flat day on Friday and there is some strong upward momentum in anticipation of the results released on Monday, then this thin blue rectangle will become part of the shorts play and would have captured even more short sellers up in the squeeze. Looking at the latest shorts trade volume, we can see that there was a decent reduction on Thursday, dropping down to only 40% from days that were over 50 previously. I think this is a reflection of the flat trading action that we saw yesterday and potentially a sign that there are some positions from earlier trade that have not yet exited their short positions. This gives further credence to the prospect of that blue rectangle becoming part of the short squeeze in the near future. So zooming out again, despite 2 negative days of Exela Technologies trading, there is a large number of distressed shorts positions. Any that were established during the red or grey rectangles are still under pressure. Any that did not cash out in the hope of further lower price action may still be caught up from back in the yellow rectangle, though I do not imagine there being very many in the scheme of things, but there still may be some. We now also have our small blue rectangle, which can potentially come under some pressure if there is another sustained upward price movement on Friday. So, pun intended, in short, the red and grey rectangles are currently under pressured short positions that are being squeezed at the moment, and the blue rectangle is where there is potentially a whole lot of more shorts positions that can be added to the squeeze if the market turns the right way. So pun intended again, in short, the short squeeze is still on.
Sir, where should we send the ambulance?
Send it to the frickin' moon, idiot.
Anyway, what do you guys think? Will we see a resumption of the short squeeze again before the results are released on Monday? Or will there be further ground ceded by the stock before then? let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more Exela Technologies or other stock related updates, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Also, by doing so, you are helping to support the social enterprise initiative I'm aiming at transforming this channel into. The concept of which is that by watching YouTube videos, people are helping to make a difference to some good causes that both I and I'm sure many others are passionate about. So I encourage you to join up and be a part of that. Until next time guys, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.